Halito! Hello everyone, this is Jessie here with Choctaw Clover. In a previous video, we saw the creation of this piece, and now I'm going to be doing the edging on this pendant for a necklace. So the first thing is to trim away your excess backing material, whatever that is. In this case, it's leather from an old leather jacket. Okay, so there we go. And since this is all black, it's got black backing, I did the edging or marked the foundation with a black Sharpie, and then it's black beads. So I'm going to, I guess I should have found my edging beads before I started this. Oh, here they are. Try not to bounce the camera around too much. These are just black faceted fire polished rounds. Got a few more just in case. And I'm going to use the shiny Aurora Borealis beads that are in there. Don't need that many. That's like way too much. I just always just put out like a scoop or whatever. Okay, so I need black thread. I'm going to use Nymo, of course, in B. It's the smallest black thread that I have. I was looking, I think Fire Mountain Gems has Nymo in these 3-ounce cones, but 00. So I've been meaning to look into that. They also had a bunch of other 3-ounce cones with like different colors, but in like D, you know. So gotta check that out. Have my thread. I don't like to put thread conditioner on the thread that I use for edging because it can like clump up, and then it's just like there on your edging forever. I'm sure there's ways to get it off, but I just like to skip it. So you start at the front of the piece, and I like to start like probably a couple of beads from where my loop will be, where I put the jump ring or the earring hook or whatever it is. Sorry, I know that chair is squeaky. So you put your needle in under the thread of the first row and through both of the layers here. Pull it through until you've got 6 or 8 inches left on the end, and then you're going to secure it. So it's just once. Sorry, this is hard to film anyway, but I think with the black it's probably harder to see. So and then I just make a surgeon's knot, which is you go around twice, and then I do another one just to make sure. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take that short tail and grab a second needle and thread that needle through. I like to come in behind where I made the knot. So some focus. Kind of. All right, and then I like to come in under the thread of the second row. And then just weave it back through for a couple of inches, like once around or so, you know. It's just the tension from the work keeps everything in place. So that's how you hide your thread here on the end. You don't just have a knot like sticking out. Maybe. And how far you get around, it all depends on the size of your beads, the size of your thread, the size of your needle. You know, they say you want to like fill up the whole of the bead with whatever your cording is. It just helps kind of keep it in place. And but don't force your needle through, because then you can break a bead and then you're really up a creek. And grab your threads up. You know, or you can cut it with scissors if that's all you have. This just kind of like seals the ends. So then you turn it around, turn your piece around to the back. And you're going to be working from the back. You pick up one of your larger beads, one of your smaller beads, and a large one to start. For this first stitch, you go about 2 beads width. And then you come up through the bottom of your large bead, the last bead that you put on. So that's your first stitch. You can see it. It's gonna look like that. And then you, continuing on from there, you pick up a small bead, and then a big bead. You come in through the front, go under the thread and through both layers. Sorry, I'm gonna try to keep it in frame here. So there you go. And then you just do that. Work your way around. Small bead, big bead. Bring it through. So yeah, you know, this is a picot edge, P-I-C-O-T edge. There are lots of videos out there like teaching you how to do it. It took me a while to get the hang of it. I probably had to look at the video, you know, every time the first dozen times that I did it. But then it just kind of becomes like second nature, and it's easy to do. Sorry, it's always finding that balance of like keeping it in frame but also being able to see what I'm doing. Oh. That one looks kind of wonky. Sometimes you see a bead and it just, you know, like maybe it's oh, see it is, it's broken. I don't know if you can see it, but there's this little tiny, oh, and then it just went back into the pile. Oh no, I'm gonna have to find it again. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, I think it's right there. See? You can see that divot. That's not supposed to be there. That's going to the side now. Just one. Oh. Sometimes when you have a long thread, it can get caught on stuff like to the side that you don't see. Always be mindful of where your thread is. So I'm trying to post more on here on YouTube, doing this kind of stuff, and also like putting up shorts of completed pieces and all that jazz. Just trying to be more active. So if you could, if you're interested, if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Like, this is just me making videos of what I do. You know, I don't go out and try to, like, you know, buy subscribers or whatever like other people do or whatever, you know, promote your channel and random stuff. But, you know, I'm just here doing this. Just me and my phone. So subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. See, once you get going, it really doesn't take that long. Sometimes I kind of, the pieces that I need to edge will kind of add up and stack up, and you know, you kind of dread it. Like, oh, I have to finish them, I have to do the edging. But it's not that bad. You know, and then once you're done, your piece is complete. So see? I think it's over halfway done there, so. Sorry. Forgot that I was filming there for a sec. On that kind of whooshing fan sound in the background, that's a space heater. It's so cold here. Like, colder than usual. I'm sure people in other places think, you know, the West Coast are all big babies, but it's just colder than usual. And I'm glad I didn't put the heater away, because I would have had to get it back out. Like, we had kind of like it seemed like spring was on its way, like a fall spring or whatever, for a couple of days, and then it just plunged back into just cold. It's been raining and, you know, snowing up in the mountains too, but here it's been really windy as well. And my dog hates the wind, but she loves, or like however she reacts to it, she wants to be outside hiding, so I have to like wrestle her to get her inside, and then I'm like her human thunder shirt, like, you know. But luckily the winds have died down a little, but the cold is still here. So we have the heater going, we being me and the dogs. And they're just chilling like right in front of it in a pile of blankets. So, you know, they give me an excuse to keep it on. It also is really hard to work like if your hands are cold. Like sometimes I just can't do it, so between work and the dogs, they give me a good excuse. So we're coming here to the end. I think I've got space for 2 beads there. I've got one more like set with our small bead and our big bead in this space. And then you come up, you come up through the bottom of your last bead, your big bead, and then you have this gap here. And so you pick up one of your seed beads, and then you go down through the first bead that you laid down. So this is your last, this is your first. You're going to come down through the first. I like to pick up a little bit of the backing when I come through, just to make it like a little more secure. And then try not to get your thread caught on every single thing. So I came down through here, through this backing. I'm going to go in right next to it, and then come up through the last big bead that we laid down. Okay, so I've got the edge around there. I'm going to weave it back in through here until I get to the top, so I can make a loop with beads that I can put a jump ring through. So you're just going to weave it back through. Well, let's see. So here's the front. Okay. And I think we can go, see, it's just like a little off center. So do you want to do from here to here, or go down, come up here, and then go back with just 2? I think we're gonna do just 2. So I'm gonna pick up 8 seed beads. And I'm gonna go 1 back. And pull it through. And then I'm gonna go up through it 2 to 3 more times, depending on how many I can fit, just to reinforce it. My thread keeps getting caught on the corner of my tray. And so I think we're gonna go one more time. And then when I come down on the other side, I'm gonna go through the backing and come up on this side, or else this creates kind of a weird, I have to come up here and come out, and it's kind of weird. I know this is hard to see because it's black. I'll do it again some other time in different colors so people can see it. And so I came out right here. I'm gonna go in right next to it so I don't have like thread hanging out in the final product. And see, I came out through there. And then I'm just gonna keep weaving it in through a couple of beads until I come out. So I come down, go up. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna come down this one, but then go back. So it kind of makes like a square with your thread. And I've got a lot of excess thread here, so I'm gonna snip it off with, you know, about a foot or so left. And then pick up a thinner beading needle and put that thread through there, maybe. There we go. Third time's the charm, I think. I don't know. And then you're gonna come in so your needle comes under the thread of the first row. And then just weave it back through that entire first row. Maybe, if it will let me. That's the thing with working with blacks is beads, is sometimes it's just hard to see. Or like dark blues too, like navies. But they look so nice when you're done. So there's one complete row, and then I'll just see if I can get it down a little bit farther just to make sure everything's cool. That's probably as far as it's gonna go. That part was really hard. Not really hard, but just a little stubborn. So there's my thread. My thread tab is on. There we go. There's your finished product. You know, part 2, doing the picot edge. And this is surprisingly light for this being like real stone. I think it's like marble. But it's not as heavy as you would expect it to be. I like it. Okay. Like I said, subscribe, please. You know, hit the like button, leave a comment, all that stuff. It means so much to creators for you guys to do those things. Hope you're all doing well, and keep on beading, right? Talk to you guys later. Bye.